The prospect of life beyond Earth has been the marvel and interest of humans since the beginning of recorded history. The earliest reported sighting of extraterrestrial life dates back to 214 BC, when the Roman historian Livy reported to have seen a fleet of ships shining in the sky over Rome. Nearly 2,000 years later, in 1566, the citizens of Basel, Switzerland, claimed to have witnessed a number of sphere-like objects hanging in the sky over their city. And in November of 2015, many Southern California residents spotted a large blue light streaming across the night sky over their city, sparking a global discussion online as to whether or not the source of the light was a UFO and indication of alien existence. Similarly described sightings have been reported repeatedly throughout history, along with a variety of anecdotes from those who claim to have been abducted by aliens, and admittedly many of these stories, if not all, have no basis in reality. But my purpose is not to convince you of the validity of any of these reportings. What I want to focus on about these sightings is why they have endured, why the same description of ships hovering in the sky can so closely resemble a description recorded thousands of years later in a completely different society, why the same fascination that consumed the citizens of Basel in 1566 can be found in Los Angeles residents of the 21st century. Each of these reported sightings of extraterrestrial life that has been recorded throughout history leads back to one central question: are we alone? Since the BC era, humans have aimed to answer this question. It's why the Roman historian Livy felt so compelled by the sight of what he believed to be ships in the sky that he recorded and preserved that image in ancient text. It's why the citizens of Basel gathered in the streets of their city in awe at the sight above them, and it's why not only Los Angeles residents, but people around the globe excitedly indulged in the possibility of a UFO sighting. We continually perpetuate these stories to eagerly search for any conceivable evidence of alien life, because we want the assurance that we are not the sole presence in the universe, that there is something else out there experiencing things in the same way we are. The image we often receive of the universe is one that is generally made to appear incredibly isolating and intimidating, and in almost absolute contrast to the world that we live in. The universe, as it is shown to us, is an enigma that is dark and boundless and contains forces that far surpass any sort of strength or power that we can comprehend. And because of this threatening image that we have of the universe, we seek out evidence of alien existence to find some indication that we are not facing this universe alone, that another form of intelligent life exists with which we can connect or relate to. Because the question of alien existence is born out of an innate human desire to not be alone, we have made the search for alien life not only a scientific endeavor, but an aspect of our culture. And our fascination with aliens and the possibility of extraterrestrial life has been absorbed into our cultural life, most notably through film. The depictions we see of aliens in film are particularly significant because they provide a more in-depth look at what specifically we desire to know about aliens, beyond how they would dispel our sense of isolation. From films like E.T. to Men in Black to Close Encounters of the Third Kind, each aims to answer the same question: how would the discovery of alien life affect humanity? Though each film explores this question differently, some opting to portray the discovery of aliens as the end of human existence, while others present a more peaceful relationship with humans, all of them mirror our desire to understand what finding alien life could mean for us. In 1982, E.T. was first released in theaters, and it told the story of an extraterrestrial left on Earth who develops a unique companionship with a young boy named Elliot. The two become very closely connected, both attempting to protect the other throughout the story, despite a limited capacity to communicate with each other and coming from two very different worlds. Their seemingly unlike identities would seem to separate them, but the two are brought together by mutual compassion and curiosity. As audience members, we can understand both Elliot and E.T. by the way in which the two interact, the qualities that each are able to highlight in the other. At their core, the two are remarkably empathetic creatures, which is seen in their continual attempts to understand and protect the other. In the same way that we can understand who Elliot and E.T. are, based on their interactions with one another, finding alien life would allow us to understand ourselves more fully. When we have another form of intelligent life with which to compare ourselves and identify our similarities and differences, we can truly understand what it means to be human, the fabric that ties each of us together as a species. As we edge closer to finding extraterrestrial life, we also edge closer to answers to questions that we each carry with us throughout our lives. Who are we? Why are we here? What is our role in the universe? While the discovery of aliens does not guarantee full, concrete answers to these questions, it allows us a greater understanding of who we are as humans and our place in the universe when contrasted with that of other intelligent life. Finding alien life would afford humanity with an unprecedented opportunity to fathom an existence different from that of human existence. we would have the chance to understand and empathize with an equally intelligent and adept species, and in turn, better understand ourselves and our world. Our search for extraterrestrial life, as it stands today, is a search that is day by day appearing more optimistic, and the potential for the existence of aliens appears more and more plausible. Current studies estimate that our galaxy contains up to 10 billion terrestrial planets, 10 billion planets that could sustain intelligent life. This estimate does not even account for the billions of other galaxies in our universe. So the general consensus that seems to be shared among scientists and researchers is that the limitless nature of the universe makes the idea of humans being the sole form of intelligent life practically impossible. The search for alien life is not merely the collection of inflated tales of UFO sightings and alien abductions. It is the cultivation of an innate human desire to know that we are not alone in the universe, and it is the potential to allow ourselves to understand and be impacted by extraterrestrial life. The continual search for intelligent life beyond Earth, both by the scientific community and the global population, is just as much a search for what it means to be alien as it is a search for what it means to be human.